Yeah, there's me. You know, you could take me as a teacher, and I'm Christ. You know, that's a good thing. You know, but other teachers also will lead you to Christ. They're going to give you the same thing. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, it's about 10 years from now, before maybe less, before these people go, well, yeah, I know him. Yeah, that's what got me here. You know, all those things. They're not quite there yet, but these people are waking up and externalizing, and they can help you at a level that you could be helped without having to think you need to join some religion or some dogmatic thing. So I'm going to turn you on to a couple of teachers that are out there, yeah, and have life experience and can share. If you read their books, watch their YouTubes, things like that, it'll lead you to hundreds of other people that are in the same group. Yeah? And they're all Christians. They're all Christians. We're just a step away from them actually knowing me. But they're all carnivores too, and they're all, they all went through the hard road. Yeah, every single one of my disciples that I turn you on to are the tops in medicine, the tops in engineering, the tops in everything, and they're all carnivores because they went through the hard road personally, and now they've come out the other side, so they have extremely clear chakras, so that they can express into their group that seventh ray to the third ray very clearly, and everybody just goes, "Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense." And then their energy, from the fourth ray where their life has been such conflict, yeah? But when they talk about it, they always go, but it's destiny. I wouldn't have changed a thing, yeah? It's what God laid out for me, yeah? It's the way every master looks at the hardship of their life. Nothing do they look back and say, I would change something there. I'd get rid of that person. I wouldn't have never gone through this. Every single thing motivates you, is your teacher, educates you, yeah, brings you into the harmony that you're going to be in, yeah. So here's a couple people. This is Jordan Peterson. I'm sure a lot of you know him. I don't know if I have his picture. Yeah, here he is. Okay. That's Jordan. And he's a psychologist. Yeah, he went through the same psychology background as I did. Mine was Jung and every other form of psychology you can think of I went through. But my outcome focus was through Jung. I studied all of his notes. He was alive, in his last days. I was young, and I watched all of every interview that was ever done with him, and listened very clearly. And he was a wonderful, wonderful, young, very wonderful guy. So if you want to study psychology, you might want to study Jung. Yeah. If you want to study psychology today with a very advanced psychologist, study this guy. Yeah. Yeah. Jordan Peterson, and his daughter is known as Mikola Peterson. And she started off, this is Mikola. She started off really young, dying. And her father, because as she was young, he was a psychologist. He helped her through her depression. He gave her the pills she needed, got structured, but in the process, he realized in himself he was going through a carnivore reality of transition. So this went over while she was around 10 years old and suffering from very bad arthritis, to the point where she lost one knee and one foot, ankle, and had to be completely replaced. And so, a lot went on in this family, and it was the whole family was genetically set up to have depression and have many weak processes going on. Like many people know, you can greater chance of having cancer, a greater chance of having heart problems, greater chance of having these things due to a genetic connection of our parents and our family. But that's not necessarily true. Even though it's there, our genes are there, the DNA is the way it is, but it's not true. It's not the truth. It's a truth. Yeah? So with that, in his case, in his daughter's case, they were in bad shape. And, if it wasn't for him studying and going through everything, his daughter would be dead, definitely dead, and suffered a very, very hard life, and definitely would have died, without a doubt. Yeah. And that's terrible. And he too would have died. He would have died. Yeah. Because there were so many other things going on in him physically, other than the fact that he was massively depressed. Yeah. So he worked through that. He gets to this carnivore, and I can show you many, many, many doctors, neurologists, and all these doctors who themselves have patients, and they would normally give them pills and everything, but no, they make them do carnivore, and they make them eat fat, and they make them fast. Those three things, yeah, and it heals every case they got. Every case. Parkinson's, take care of it. Yeah, yeah. Doesn't matter what you got, whatever your unhealthiness is, it's regulated by a healthy meal, by correct healthy meal. And I'll be darned, it's just steak. Just steak. Over the next, I think the next 5 years and on, yeah, you will see externalizations of third-degree initiates. And they will come, like in Jordan's case, he attained his third initiation about 1.5 years ago. That's it. Although he has lots of books out, and he's the number one professor and lecturer, in the world. And he's a Christian, and he's a carnivore, and he believes in Jesus Christ, and he believes in the ascension and all this stuff. Yeah. But he's also, a very good grounded teacher to answer mundane questions like, what is marriage, and how do you behave in marriage, and how should you behave as a young person or as an older person, and how might you make changes, and what would be the process to do so. So there are all those books. I would recommend any of them from Jordan. And go to his site and look online and find YouTube. But he's not alone. There are over 50 third-degree initiates. Most are doctors. Yeah, most are doctors. Most are highly educated people who are in their 50s. Many, almost all, are married, and the how they got to the third initiation was their marriage. Yeah, So, although there are many, not as many as the many, but there are those who are not married, and they work through this integration process that can be facilitated by having a relationship. They work through it by not having a relationship. And by doing that, they awaken and they go through their integration. So it's best for them in that way. Yeah. For other people, it's best to go this other way. So, how you're drawn and your life that you're in, it's good to have some help, some ways in which people can best help you understand and adapt to it.